All right,
yeah.
so we're going to go into the bans right now. So who do you think from the last game is definitely going to earn a ban this game, Mearis?
Well, we're gonna see the classic
Meepo.
bans.
We will see Meepo banned, I
No, we'll
think.
see Spectre ban. That's for sure. Like
We will
Spectre is the
probably see
worst.
Spectre banned, but I think we will also definitely see Meepo jump back into the bans. We've had one game with Meepo. I wasn't quite satisfied with the level of meeping that occurred therein, but, it was something.
See, yeah, Spectre gets instantly
Oh
banned.
yeah, I don't think Spectre is good would ever actually come through. I think we would also be probably Meepo. Yeah, I think mTw were definitely willing to not ban Meepo again, but
Yeah,
Empire blinked and used one of their bans on him.
blinked.
They poofed, so to speak, and
Yes,
used one of their
yes.
bans on him.
Um, so I think it's interesting because the weaker heroes are, of course, that make it past the ban phases are Sniper, which I mean, I think he's bad, but I don't think he's a mid hero. Like,
I think they definitely can't keep. If Sniper gets through, which I think he's quite likely to, I think they can't put him mid again because some of these heroes that they've been giving away that come through these carries, they're sort of ganking carries like Ricky, like Huskar, like Spirit Breaker, and I think if that's in the game, the value of your sniper mid just plummets precipitously because he has no escape. He's low HP. He's so in danger of just getting preyed upon that mid. Even if the matchup is favorable for sniper at mid, like even if he's up against like your Phantom Lancer, which actually just got banned, but even if it's up against a guy that he can beat, he can still get sort of picked off by that sort of ganking approach that teams have been taking. So I definitely a dangerous. Whoever gets sniper is, I think he's not likely to go mid again, and he definitely will get put through. First pick Treant, so Empire is going to be feeling the pain of that Treant Protector once again. And they
yeah,
pass back Ricky and PA, so same game plan, same plan of give. But Tulix is going to go on that PA. I guarantee you it's going to be a farming PA. Could be in the top lane again. Could be in the bottom lane. I don't know. And we're gonna see Ricky again.
see,
So
that's kind of boring though. That the hero pool in reverse ban
mm.
is even smaller than the hero pool in like.
um, I think part of it is this two bans. I would enjoy watching Reverse CM a little more if they still had the regime of 3 bans for each team to start out, so that you could maybe ban out Phantom Assassin, who just we Phantom Assassin has been in every single game in A to D. I think there hasn't been a game in which she's been either banned or not picked. I think it's always been Phantom Assassin. Now we've seen support Phantom Assassin, we've seen carry Phantom Assassin, but it's
How do you support Phantom Assassin?
you
Like
don't. It's bad.
Dagger?
It's a bad idea. In one of my casual reverse CM games, I saw somebody go no ult Phantom Assassin, and I was just like, er. But the blink is really good, so you can get away and use your mechanism because you
That's
rush mechanism, obviously.
Do you remember that there was this site that someone made where it told you what hero you had to play on the next game and what items?
Yeah, divine courage or something. I think
Yeah,
that's what it's
something
called.
like
I
that.
use that all the time. It's fun.
That explains oh so much in terms of how you build your heroes.
So they're gonna give Empire Sniper. That does make sense, and there's the Huskar as well. So definitely trying to saddle them with those really tough to lane heroes. So Sniper, you want to put him mid, but he's also dangerous. He's in danger of getting picked off by Ricky. You, I don't know what you want to do with Huskar. I think you certainly can't jungle him against that Ricky again. That's just a recipe for disaster. Um, so I don't
They
know. I don't know how
might.
they're gonna lane.
Okay,
It's worth thinking
how
about.
about Huskar mid?
Yeah, so I think you definitely cannot put the sniper mid again. So I think out of the 3 heroes they have so far, Huskar is the most likely mid, and then they would do sniper as their main farmer,
And
probably.
Huskar is actually like, I mean, depending on who they give him, but I mean, within the context of this hero pool, he's actually a pretty strong mid hero.
Sure, yeah, I think there's a lot of mid heroes that you could put him up against that he would have a favorable matchup. I mean, PL's been banned, but if you had Huskar against PL, I think he could definitely harass the hell out of PL with his low base damage. One of PL's strengths is that he's able to sort of harass using his Q, but that's really, really quite ineffective against Huskar because he
Yeah.
can just take that harass and use it to leverage to burn you down more. So yeah, no, definitely. I think Huskar mid is a possibility. It really depends on what their last 2 people are going to be. Keep in mind, mTw is still going to have to give Empire an int. So both teams actually
Is it going
will
to be?
need to give each other ints. I'm
there-
surprised. So Void gets a ban, but I would definitely expect teams to at least spend 2 of their bans each on intelligence heroes here.
Yeah.
Um, to try to saddle the. I wonder if Invoker will catch a ban, which it.
I don't think because I think he's been pretty good. Even when MTW lost, Invoker was pretty good.
That's true. That's true.
And even when
Scandal
Empire lost,
definitely. Scandal
Invoker
was the one
pretty
bright
good.
spot. Yeah. The Scandal was definitely the least losingest part of. Well, there he does catch a ban. So even though Scandal was able to do pretty well with him, they are going to ban him. So Invoker, how the mighty have fallen, from first pick status in real Dota to banned in for fear of having to play him in reverse captain's mode.
Yeah, it's weird because he got a nerf, but it wasn't that.
It was what you on face would regard as a very minute nerf, right?
Not
Like
minute. Like they really did castrate his damage, but
well, yeah, sure, but nobody. If you asked someone a few months ago, like, why is Invoker such a great hero? Maybe the 20th thing they'd say to you is, oh, and he has good base auto attack damage.
well, they'd say he's great at laning.
Right, that's
And-
true. But the perception was, okay, this is a hero who sort of relies on, his great suite of abilities, his versatility, etc., etc. So anyway, so we've got OD banned out. Really, nobody wants to play. OD has been a very common 4th, 5th ban, just because you don't really want to ban him out as one of your first 4 heroes, because people aren't going to give him to you then. But then when you get down to, okay, what are our intelligence heroes that we're going to have to get, you don't want to get OD, because he's so farm dependent. You can run a support OD, but, it's nothing anybody actually wants to do. And we see the Zeus ban. Zeus is another very common ban, just due to his extremely weak laning. His laning is so bad.
Well, I always wondered why they didn't just buff Zeus's auto attack. Like if you give him one more range, he'd be. I think he'd be like.
Or his animation. He could keep fairly low range if he didn't have one of the longest wind up times in the game for his auto attack. I don't know. Tis not for us to sort of pick apart why heroes don't get banned in certain ways.
Ours is not to question why. Ours is
right.
to reply. Yes.
Right. So I think we expect to see these last 2 bans also be intelligence, most likely. I think they've taken out the agi carries they really don't want to be given, like Void and AM and Spectre, and so they can sort of try to pigeonhole into receiving a good int hero.
Let's see.
I mean, they could ban Death Prophet, although I think mTw will definitely not ban Death Prophet because they would be happy to put DP mid, whereas Empire might not really want Death Prophet. So they ban Bloodseeker. They don't want to get shoved into that sort of overly ganky box where your heroes all end up under level and you can't actually gank anybody. But that's definitely it's an interesting ban choice. I would definitely expect Empire to ban an intelligence hero, although I don't know. They could go with something else. Yeah, so they take out Ogre Magi.
Yeah, because
they already have a ranged hero via the Huskar, so mTw is not obligated to give them any more ranged heroes if they don't want to. Morphling is still in the pool. We could see.
Yeah, we're definitely
I think
seeing
Empire is likely to give mTw Morphling. Actually.
Yes, for sure, because it also fills a range requirement.
Yeah, but how many int melees are left in the pool?
Darkseer.
Oh yeah, well, they're not going to give them Darkseer. Shut up. Get out of here.
You asked the question.
No, that's fair. That's a fair response, but that's not going to happen. All right, so yeah, they're really digging into this reserve time to give Empire their next hero. I think they're looking for sort of what int we want to give them. I think Death Prophet is a very okay choice, honestly, since Empire is going to put her mid most likely. Oh, they go with Ancient Apparition. So Ancient Apparition is a pretty popular choice in reverse CM. We haven't seen him that much in this tournament, but
He's
the reason is
actually a good hero, though.
he is. But typically in a pro game, if you're going to run Ancient Apparition, you want another stun to set up the Cold Feet, and they have nothing. They have nothing that will effectively set up that.
And the other thing is, AA is typically picked against Chen to counter his heal.
Right, and we're not super likely to see Chen, frankly.
Oh.
Not supremely
Although
likely.
it'd be interesting to
In
see
pub
what
reverse
happens
CM, you do see it because nobody
if you
can play
give
Chen
the other
effectively.
team only junglers.
Right. So actually early in ATOD, so in the quarterfinals, we did see a mass jungling ban. Like we saw Chen bans and Enchantress bans because like if you get loaded up with jungle heroes and you end up having to do Battle Chen, Battle Chen is. I have a soft spot in my heart for Battle Chen, but he's not a very high level now. But anyway, that's why the Ancient Apparition, right? They don't have any setup for the Cold Feet. It's going to be fairly tough for him to land the ult in a very effective way, just with the mobility of your blinkers on Phantom Assassin and your Spear Breaker.
No, I think AA is
and he just doesn't have a very strong role in what their composition is going to be.
I
But
think A is
Team Empire
actually
turns around
like
and gives mTw Nature's Prophet
no, I think
for the
giving
game.
them nature, they basically force them to be a gank heavy team.
Yes, they're definitely, and that is again why they sort of banned the Bloodseeker to avoid getting pigeonholed into we have to gank everywhere. But certainly now with the addition of the Nature's Prophet, they sort of pushed back into that. This will be a jungling Nature's Prophet, I think, without question. Nature's Prophet is a fine jungler. I don't think they're too sad about that, but.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a jungle.
I think as far as int heroes go, being given Nature's Prophet is really not the end of the world.
Well, he's just a nature's.
He's another hero whose star has fallen dramatically in professional play.
No, I mean he's still
Oh
played.
yeah. Not nearly as much. Not anywhere near as much. There were months that went by in Dota with you seeing Nature's Prophet in every single game. And
There we go.
Definitely not now. And there we have the Morphling, yeah. I think Empire's team is not so bad. It's bad.
No.
I mean, every team in Reverse CM is bad, but I always like to see a team that actually has a game plan at different stages of the game. So Empire is able to play fairly defensively early on. They've got the Treant Protector E to sort of heal whoever is being targeted by ganks. They can counter a gank with the Ancient Apparition's Slow and his Cold Feet, and they have some escapability with the Morphling, obviously not with the Sniper. But I think they sort of have a plan, and I think this Sniper is going to be receiving as much farm as they can possibly give him, and hopefully Morphling gets some farm. And then they're not gonna farm obviously on the Huskar, Ancient Apparition, or Treant Protector. But two of those heroes don't need farm at all. Treant and AA don't need farm.
I'm going to say they will put Husker in.
Yeah, I'm sort of leaning that direction as well. And they give mTw Axe, so two junglish heroes who obviously will not both get the jungle.
Axe, you'd be surprised because Axe. Okay.
No, Axe
Again.
Can lane. I'm not saying they won't.
Yeah,
lane it.
like Battle
I think they will
Hunger
lane.
Axe is pretty scary.
Right.
There is a certain pro player who actually got destroyed by a certain Axe middle while he was playing Shadowfiend. It was like really bad, like 4 or 5 deaths playing mid.
What was the pro player?
I can't possibly name him.
What team? Is this a you can't name him because he'll beat you up, or is this because you can't name him because you don't remember the name?
No, as in it's a secret shame.
All right, fair enough.
The people in the know him as the coach, which
Okay.
is enough.
Okay. So we got Cinderon on Nature's Prophet. Tullix is going to be once again the Phantom Assassin avatar will be placed with the Phantom Assassin, and everything's good. And yeah, definitely we were right in the sense that Blow Your Brain is going to be on the Sniper. He's going to be getting as much farm as possible. He's going to be their primary farmer. How do you think mTw are going to lane this? So they'll definitely put the Phantom Assassin top to get farm. I think that's clear. Who's going to be her support?
Maybe. God, this is hard. Axe support?
They could do an Axe support. I think Nature's Prophet and Axe are the most likely candidates with maybe like a Ricky offlane or something. But they could also put the Axe offlane and just try to battle hunger and do what they can.
No, but okay, no, you can't have, because it doesn't work if you're offlaning, because you need to be also able to push.
Right. I mean, if you're not able to deny any last hits, then you're right. Well, one of the things that they could do the pub star strategy of putting 2 or 3 heroes in bottom lane and using the axe to cut off the incoming creep lanes. Have you seen that? It's a great pub strategy.
It's
one of
pretty
my
good
favorites.
with like random gold, because then you can buy like 2 shields.
Yeah.
I feel terrible saying pretty good because it's like the relativist pretty good I've ever.
Yes. So all right. So we got one shield on the axe, 2 healing salves. That looks like a jungle setup.
No, it's not. You get 2 shields if you're jungling.
Yeah, you do sometimes. I don't know.
You do. You do. Period.
I'm grateful.
We'll see what happens. Nature's Prophet has no. Well, no. I think he's jungling Mearis. Look at Nature's Prophet's loadout.
Huh.
That is not going to be a lot of tree spawns with no clarities.
All games PA. It's a dream come So if you were to make this format more
You
interesting,
shouldn't have put his avatar. I would start out with giving 3 bans before the first picks. Definitely.
I told you, I think instead of hard right bans and so forth, I would try to shift the format a little bit so that every hero started with. So
they're
basically,
going to be Nature's Prophet mid, it looks like, by the way.
Huh, this is actually how he's played in several games.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be Ricky. God, are they running PA solo bot? Yes. Yes, this is a
Well, he
PA
can
solo
kind of
bot.
farm with the dagger, I guess is the logic
Well, if
behind
he's one-on-one against Huskar, he should be fine, yeah. I don't think that's that bad at all. Um, I'm not totally clear on what Empire's lanes are either. It does look like they're going to put the Morphling mid, not Huskar. And then they're going to have Treant, AA. They're gonna run a classic sort of tri-lane. I mean, not classic heroes for it, but definitely all protect sniper in this top lane.
support AA. Wow, they're putting a lot of money into, well, a lot of effort into getting the sniper farm.
Check out AA putting skilling chilling touch first.
Holy shit!
Right, because they know he's not gonna land any of those stuns. So chilling touch, actually for the sniper, imagine a chilling touch sniper proccing headshot. That's like a lot of damage actually. And chilling touch is legit now. They buffed it quite a bit. So this is a jungle
It's still
axe.
incredibly
You are just
expensive,
completely
like
full of it,
money-wise.
by the way.
Mana-wise.
Yeah, no doubt. It's 140 mana, but you know, I think they are going to try to get a kill at some point with chilling touch on Blow Your Brain early. Against,
Also, I'm a
potentially
bit
against
surprised that
Matchroom's in
Axe...
quite a bit of trouble now already, actually. Does Treant have his W? He does, so he's going to use that on Matchroom. They can't actually catch him in any meaningful way, but still. Yeah, and Axe is jungling. I just want to reiterate just how wrong you were about this.
Confirm. I usually always go for 2 shields if I'm jungling an Axe. You use so much
I usually
regen,
do too
otherwise.
when I do it, but you know, neither of us really knows the first thing about Dota.
I don't think
So
any...
Funnick is actually zoning Tullix pretty effectively. Tullix is having trouble even getting less hits with Stifling Dagger. Now they were considering a support Spirit Breaker here, but Spirit Breaker's now just walking around. He's gonna charge. Oh wow, look at Scandal. He's almost dead. I think the Spirit Breaker might actually get this. He doesn't have the mana to transform anymore. He's gonna die. That's gonna be first blood. Nice. That was good bull manning. Look at that bull man. Wonderful, wonderful bullery, as it were. See, the problem with Bullman, of course, is, okay, you went and got first blood, and now it's going to take you an hour to walk back, regen, go back to the lane, then maybe charge. And Tullix, yeah, I don't know about this. I feel like mTw had a game plan, and they stopped doing it, and I'm not sure it's going to pay off. Like, giving Tullix not farm, he does get the Stifling Dagger kill there, but he's just getting wrecked by this Huskar, and I don't know how good this is. I'm worried. He's got 4 last hits, and Huskar has 11. Huskar's going to win this lane handily.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, if you have to play a Huskar, getting a solo lane with good XP and good gold is definitely a good way to do it. And Treant once again giving him the amazing heal, which manages to, I think, heal like 70 points of damage.
So why is he giving him the heal? Like, Huskar wants to be low on health.
Well,
like
I think he sort of imagined that Bullman was coming in, which he is, but they can't kill him. Oh, Cinderen's coming in. Oh, well, they will kill him. Tullix jumps in. Ooh, good eating through the trees with a tango. Can he escape is the question.
Yeah,
Cinderen's, Treant Protector's coming in. Yeah, wow, they're going to turn this right around on Cinderen. Cinderen will die. Will he be able to kill Funnick? He does, so that's a trade. I think mTw are not displeased to trade Cinderen for Funnick there. That frees up PA to get this wave of creeps at the very least, which she badly, badly needed. I'm not sure this quelling has really done much for her since she hasn't been able to approach the lane at any point, and it's not like quelling affects Stifling Dagger, but... Alright, so we've got the Treant is still standing on here. Did they move in a stand-in the second round? I don't think the stand-in was here for the last game. Oh,
no. I think you're right.
I think somebody had to go to bed or something. It's pretty late in Russia. They just maybe weren't expecting such an epic series here. So Goblak's in trouble up here. We got the Bullman charging in again. Matchroom's in a world of pain though. And Goblak's gonna go down, but they lost Ricky, who's their farmer up here. Oh, well, we got a tactical pause here. Classic tactical pausery.
So
Calling it lag. Sorry, that was...
So who is the...
I just popped up
the
some
prize pool
communist
for this
propaganda
tournament?
on the stream. I apologize, everyone.
What was it? The wide review?
No, I had a... Yeah, it was actually. It was a piece based on a White Review interview with David Graeber.
Oh, send it to me after. That looks...
I'll send it to you later. I'm not going to send it to you right now. Wow, Blow Your Brain gets a double kill. I don't even know... They are going to kill him. I certainly hope so. But wow, that was a really unfortunate play there for mTw. They lost the Ricky who's farming up here, and where does the axe? We knew that the axe died, but yeah. What was I going to tell you about? Oh, we were going to talk about ATOD. So the whatever the prize pool is it's $400 plus 50% of whatever it sells on Dota TV. So this game has 400 spectators right now, and I saw as many as like 500 for the Nave game. If you expect that at most like 30-ish% of ticket holders will actually watch each individual game, then that probably means it sold a few thousand tickets at least, and so that's going to be $4, let's say 8,000, so in half a... That was a terrible port by Cinder in there, but he is going to still kill Funnick. Oh, wow! See that clever Huskar play there? It's too bad he died, but I love the... Okay, I don't have any tangos. I can't eat through these trees, but you know what I can do? Space jam through the trees, yeah. So it's going to be about, I think, probably 4,500, the prize pool. So that's really not bad for a small-scale tournament. That's better than a lot of the other tournaments are. Check out this Chilling Touch Sniper, by the way. Up here against Dutch Freak. Look at how much damage he's doing.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Holy shit.
All right, yeah. So I'm really happy about this whole Sniper AA Chilling Touch situation. Honestly, you can see AA is actually maxing Chilling Touch before Cold Feet. He has 2 of each right now, and he's probably gonna get his Chilling Touch level 3 next. Empire are definitely out farming right now, no doubt about it. Now Florida and Scandal are pressuring this mid. I think. Do you see this? I think Shrapnel's the new meta, dude. 3 ranks of Shrapnel. They're about to push down this tower using this Shrapnel and Headshot. So Scandal's getting good farm. Huskar's getting amazing farm.
Like Shrapnel is the poor man's Diabolic Edict, I guess.
I think Warlock is not going to make it out of this alive. Moment of silence for Bullman. Tullix does live, and there's a non-flying courier sort of waiting patiently here with his Basilisk.
Wow, this is truly a pub game, like in more ways than one. All they need to do is add people complaining, I'm not getting fucking wards, get them yourself. And so.
For what it's worth, there are no wards on the map, so...
Holy shit, you're right! Wow!
So the problem for mTw, I think, is they're doing fine in terms of kills and map control, but they are getting out-farmed dramatically. Blow Your Brain is getting fine farm and good denies. Huskar is dominating PA in the bottom, and Scandal's getting quite good farm in the mid. So there are 3 heroes, and their other 2 heroes don't need farm. A lot of the time in reverse captain's mode, you end up with, 5 heroes who all need farm. Empire only needs 3, and all 3 of them are farming in different lanes.
Only needs 3. It's like just putting things into.
They only have 3 hard carries. Can you believe it? And however, they do pick off Blow Your Brain top. I actually missed that kill, but I think it was a Bullman charge. This is maybe the one game in this entire tournament where Spiritbreaker has actually done well. He's 4-1. And he's going to charge across to Funnick. I wonder if he can get that kill. I think that's probably overly optimistic. Well... They have the PA slow. They don't have anybody else. If they port someone else in here, then I think they could definitely get it. But I think as it is, he's going to have to call this off. Because there's an AA here. Yeah. Unfortunately, Bullman's Never Fear protocol sort of shorted out there, and he ended up calling it off. Even though they did port Matrim in, so I think Matrim thought that they were actually going to continue with this, and they didn't. Which is
that's the worst. Just put it in for nothing, and he's now just stealing. Farm from PA, which desperately
and nobody's
needs
farming top. Actually, nobody is in the top lane right now. Everybody has abandoned the top lane. It's very sad. Dutch Freak's still jungling. He's got his Tranquil Boots. He's got 3 Battle Hunger. So he has a Battle Hunger heavy axe. Not focusing that hard on jungling. Oh, wow.
No, even if you focus hard on jungling, that is how you build him.
I thought you usually get 2 ranks of Counter Helix.
Counter Helix scales
I guess
horribly.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's like the worst scaling skill in the game.
It's not the worst scaling skill in the game. But
well, what skill is worse?
Treant Protector E. Boom. No, I think a few spell skill worse than Counter Helix. Because, I mean, in terms of straight up damage, sure, but AoE, like, on 4 targets, it doesn't actually scale poorly. Like, 135 times 4 is pretty good compared to 100 times 4. Like, you'd rather deal that much more damage in AoE.
Oh,
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah, wow. Scandal's getting dangerous. He's got that DD rune. And Bullman goes down. He's not very tanky yet. He didn't even have his bracer yet. He just has the stout shield and the power treads. That's the thing about Bullman, like... Oh wow, Funnick is in danger here. He does have the Treant Protector E, so that's gonna stop all this damage. Oh wow, he takes down Cinderin before dying.
Huskar does crazy damage.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's just...
There, meanwhile, this Shrapnel is just tearing apart this middle lane. Shrapnel Sniper, Mearis.
I know.
Don't underestimate it at your peril.
So it looks like Empire is pulling ahead by quite a bit. What's the goal graph like?
Definitely. So let's take a look. Yeah, definitely in the last few minutes when I mean, they got 3 towers in the last couple minutes, and so you see it spiking up from about 1,000 advantage to over 4,000. And that's really mostly due to these tower kills. They got the tower here, and they got the entire middle lane. This is quite dangerous for MTW. Like, you really don't want to lose too many lanes early if you've got a heavy farm requiring team, because the amount of map control you lose, and especially in this high-level zero wards game where you can't see where the enemy is, that's quite dangerous. And you can see Tullix, because they have no vision. Look at him in his he's in a panic room here. It's like Jodie Foster. And so we just got Scandal wandering around. He's actually in no danger, but he doesn't know that, because he's stuck in the panic room. So, what the heck? I think Dutch Freak tried to battle hunger Scandal and then just didn't, or it got cancelled, or he cancelled it. I don't know. And Warlog is just sort of wandering around randomly as well. Let's take a look at levels. So AA is the worst, but he's a hard support AA, so we're fine with that. And it looks like they're going to get this top tower here too, so still great gold income for him. And then we got Ricky is actually, I really think that PA solo bottom could be the thing that costs MTW the game here. Because she wasn't able to get that good farm. Ricky actually didn't succeed top, like he didn't get that much farm top. And
Huskar's really huge,
yeah. Yeah, Huskar is enormous. Huskar is genuinely threatening in this, and he's got his Helm of the Dom already.
Wow.
Tranquil Boots, Helm of the Dom, yeah. Rough. They are, and look how long it takes MTW to push down a tower. Like, in the time it took them to get that one tower, they're already on this tower with the Shrapnel, which does a crazy amount of tower damage. How much damage does max rank Shrapnel do these days? And he did max Shrapnel first, so... It's 48 for 9 seconds, so it's 450 damage.
Well, but I think it's reduced on towers. It's like...
Oh, is it? Yeah, it does 30% damage, but still, it's not 450, it's about 150, but still not bad.
Yeah, so it's like a Pugna, it's like an Ether Blast.
Yeah, it's like a Pugna, yeah. And now they're on the tier 3. I don't think MTW can afford to... They did get this tower, but they obviously can't afford to keep pushing. Look at how fast these towers are dying. This is like from a previous iteration of the metagame when people actually pushed once in a while.
In a lap.
Uh-oh, Funnick is going to get ulted on. He's going to get blown up. Wow. So that's one of the deficiencies of Huskar, right? Is that he's just... Sure, he gets more powerful as he gets low health, but he also gets more dead as he gets low health. So if he
but that's just
kill
because
you,
he decided to feed. It's not really a limitation of the hero. Like,
no, it definitely is. I mean, I think a major reason you don't see Huskar in pro games is not only that he's awkward to lane with, but also that... I mean, it's just sort of at odds with what you want to be doing. Like, if you want to get yourself very close to death, a lot of pro teams are very good at targeting heroes. They'll just kill you before you can actually deal out any damage.
Advanced skills targeting heroes.
Yes. Well, I think it's very advanced skills. Certainly at my bracket, if I play Huskar, people sort of just forget. They're like, oh no, Huskar, I guess we'll just sit
I think
here
that was
and
in a
die.
game with you when I killed like 5 people as Huskar while staying below 10% the entire time because they all came one at a time.
So that's low bracket play. That's the sort of high level play you can expect to see if you pub with me and Mearis.
Exactly.
I think Scandal's in a bit of trouble here. I don't know if he has his thing up. He does not have Replicate up. So we got the Bullman charging. He's quite far away. They could get him. They're going to try to do it the last possible moment. Really amazing smoke cloud there. That was a really, really good smoke cloud. You saw that he led it in the one direction where Scandal could have moved. So that was really, really clever. They didn't even need Bullman. They did actually.
Well,
they
I don't know because had he run
flight,
towards the
awesome.
creeps and then waved down, he'd have survived.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he was double slowed. What happened to Goblack?
Yeah, but she just needed to leave the
what
cloud.
What happened to Goblack? Did he get killed by easy camp creeps? I think that's what just happened. I feel really bad for missing that. I wish I could rewind. I will rewind for the VOD just to see what the hell happened there. So Nature's Prophet threatening top. Morphling is just going to be able to pick up that entire wave. Let's take a look at the... Yeah, Morphling is getting really good farm. He looks like he's going to go shotgun after all.
Speaking of how the mighty hath fallen, Morphling, yeah. He used to be crazy, like during the International too. He was
in damn near every game in the International too. And we have not seen him in a pro game that wasn't reverse captain's mode since then, since the 6.76 changes.
What they nerfed basically? They made his morph a lot more mana expensive, right?
So his morph is more mana expensive. His waveform does less damage, and it's on a longer wind-up time, which is critical. I think they doubled the wind-up time from like 0.2 seconds to 0.4 seconds.
Oh.
So it's much easier to stop him or stun him before he waveforms now. And they also lowered his base damage. So all the popular carries got base damage nerfs. So Invoker's not a carry, obviously, but Invoker got a base damage nerf, Naga got a base damage nerf, and Morphling got a base damage nerf. And it looks like Bullman is about to go in on Blow Your Brain, but this is almost certainly a bad idea. Yeah, he calls it off. Yeah, so the Bullman, he was 4-1. It's 10 minutes later, he's 5-2.
So what's interesting is that mTw is actually ahead on kills.
Yeah, I think they are the ganking composition though, right?
Right.
So it's really no surprise that they are, but their bigger problem is this net worth graph. So Morphling, Sniper, Huskar leading the net worth tally. Meanwhile, Ricky, the lowest net worth person on the map, I mean it's Ricky. He is a carry. Like really great Morphling teleport out there. The lack of hard stuns on what are they doing? They were battle hungering the replicate. I get it. The lack of stuns that they have outside of the Spirit Breaker conditional stun meant that Morphling, even sitting in the middle of a smoke cloud with 4 heroes on him, was able to TP out, which is unfortunate. Because he obviously can teleport under silence. It doesn't silence your items. Only Doom silences your items.
Yeah, which is one of those. Yeah, it's just a bit unsurprising because you don't expect it, and you desperately try to click your wand, and nope.
Yep. Nope.
I mean, obviously, there's a logic for that. It's a
Yeah.
really long cooldown and everything.
One interesting thing is Doom actually started out this tournament as a semi-popular pick, and then I think mTw won a game extremely convincing. Not mTw, Zero maybe might have won a game extremely convincingly with Doom, and since then he hasn't been picked at all.
Well, because Doom is somewhat self-sufficient as a farmer. You just get Devour on him and he can jump.
Right, it's that and Doom, the ability, is actually incredibly effective against a lot of the heroes that are given out in this game mode. I don't. Was it Zero? I can't remember if it was Zero or not. But the team that did it did a Shadowblade Doombringer, and I was in love again because I love the idea of just having a Shadowblade Doombringer. But yeah, I think as this game wears on and mTw really aren't threatening to end it anytime soon, they're in a lot of trouble. This Phantom Assassin's farm has gotten slower. This net worth is not true because she's about to be delivered a full item. Well, not a full item, but a Mithril Hammer at least. So she's making her BKB. She's got Vlad's. This is an
Do you
interesting
really
Phantom
need a
Assassin
BKB?
build.
Like, what needs to be BKB'd
Yes.
against? Like Husker Jump?
AA. I mean, PA wants to stay in the action and fight, and if she gets cold-feeted in the middle of that, that's going to be really bleak. Huskar Jump, Treant Slow, really, I feel like a lot of things. No, I think BKB is probably the right choice. Their DPS is going to come primarily from PA. Ricky's farm has been slow, Spirit Breaker is going to be a non-factor pretty soon, and Axe is sort of just like an initiator, he's not a high
Why
damage
would you
load.
say that? I mean, if Spirit Breaker farms, he gets pretty beefy.
If he farms. But he just hasn't been farming that much yet. Like, he has drums, which is good, and he has power treads, which is good. But he's the second least farmed person on his
He
team.
started really, really, really well.
He did start really well, but the problem, I mean, one of the problems is he started well in the sense that he was charging across the map and getting lots of kills. But in the time that he was charging and getting kills, he wasn't really getting any last hits, right? So, like, I'm sure if we look at the last hits graph, yeah, Spirit Breaker has a whopping 21. He has 21 last hits in this entire game. So he has slightly more than the 2 hard supports that Empire are running.
Yeah.
Which is not because Warlock's bad. It's because Spirit Breaker is bad. Like, it's because the fact that he needs farm is at odds with the fact that he wants to be running around the map and charging and stuff.
I should actually do some statistic later on to look at the ratio of how popular a hero is versus how much he wins.
I think there's some. There's definitely like flavor of the month approaches. Like, people hear that a hero is very overpowered and they just start playing him nonstop.
Well, what
Why did
Centaur,
Syndarin start auto-attacking in the middle of that smoke gank? He just started attacking creeps.
maybe it's like smokes and mirrors, like he's pretending they're not really
It's more 11-dimensional chess, actually. So they managed to get a very easy kill on Goblik there, but that's not really who they want to be killing. I mean, the thing about the composition that mTw gave away here, and I've mentioned this before, is that it really is almost balanced. Like within the context of reverse captain's mode, it's very balanced. Like Empire has carries, and they want farm on them, and they have supports who they don't want farm on. mTw definitely wouldn't mind getting farm on any of their characters. We've got a little bit of the dual jungle here. Classic.
Wow,
classic
Huskar has armlet now. That's the
Oh,
most.
he's done with it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I saw him in
yeah,
pink.
brutal. Brutal. Yep. That is pretty good. Armlet is definitely a key Huskar item. Definitely going to increase his effectiveness dramatically.
I think at this point, really, Huskar should just ditch those. Well, no. First, he needs a helm of the Dominator. Then he really should get treads.
He can ditch the he can ditch the Tranquils after Helm of the Dom, I think.
Yeah.
Probably. Interesting choice to even get Trank at all, but it's certainly not bad. In that sort of 1v1 and lane against PA, I think Trank's definitely the right choice, so we can give even more harass on it.
Right.
So we've sort of settled into a farming pattern. This is
So who
they're
does
really
the farming
digging in.
game give the advantage to? That's the question.
I have to say that the longer it goes, the more mTw is going to threaten. Because, you know, if they can sort of get this Ricky into fighting shape, he's working on his diffusal. I think he's done with his diffusal. But the more they can sort of get this Ricky into a shape where he's actually able to contribute a lot, the more they can sort of get Spirit. They're going to get Cuirass for Spirit Breaker. Once they have the Cuirass for Spirit Breaker, mTw is in pretty freaking good shape. Because Cuirass is really, really good with both Ricky and Phantom Assassin. So I think the very long game favors mTw, but in the near term, oh wow, Warlock's dead.
Warlock.
Nice dodge on the AA ult, but that's not
Oh,
gonna be-
Warlock. I thought you said Warlock.
Sorry, this. I've heard that comment before, and it's not my fault he named himself that. But the guy playing Spirit Breaker gets picked off there. I think in the near term, like in the next 10 to 20 minutes, more farm is going to favor is going to favor Empire. Because they already have the more farmed heroes, they're closer to finishing out their new items. They actually have Shotgun on Morphling, so Shotgun is done.
Yeah, but Shotgun on Morphling stopped being good when they nerfed Morphling as well.
He's got 140 Agi Mearis. It's not bad. He's gonna do a decent amount of damage, and they've got squishy heroes to target it on, like Ricky. I mean, keep in mind the other advantage of Shotgun. mTw is a purely auto-attack based team. If none of them can auto-attack Morphling, that's gonna be very happy for Morphling. So what else are they building? Let's take a look at the sniper. So he's got his drums, phase boots. He's almost done with his manta. He'll be done about 300 gold. So he's close to his manta. Pretty good all-around item. Cinderin has Midas. He's got Mechanism, so not that much.
I
Not
thought,
bad either,
given how
obviously. It's the only
right-click
mech on
heavy
the
they
map.
were, Sniper might go for a Desolator.
Yeah, or a Mjolnir or something. But yeah, no, he's decided to go for the Manta. Removing debuffs might be useful.
Like
Helps,
what
I think it removes
debuffs?
Battle Hunger. Doesn't it remove Battle Hunger?
Yeah, maybe Battle Hunger, but that's
That's
about.
not bad.
I don't know. If
Stifling Dagger.
I suppose.
No, I think Manta's a fine choice.
No, it's fine, but I don't think the removing debuff thing is relevant. I mean, it's like it's fine for other
Right.
reasons. That's like a nice perk.
Well, yeah, I mean just as a perk above like Desolator, because Desolator's gonna do damage and Manta's gonna do damage, but you might select between the two of them. So mTw is trying to threaten this bot lane. It looks like it might actually develop into a big team fight. They don't have PA, which is bad because she's their farmer, but actually Ricky has caught up in farm to PA, so really good job by Matrim and a little bit of a bad job by Tillix to let Matrim sneak ahead again, considering how bad Matrim's start was. But it looks like they're going to be able to get this tower. They do fortify. Look at that shotgun. That dealt half of Ricky's health. And now that Huskar ult dealt half of Dutch Freak's health. Dutch Freak is going to be dead. Yeah, he's dead. Poor guy. He didn't even manage to get his Battle Hunger off. That thing has a long cast time, Battle Hunger, considering.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, and they're just going to have to retreat. They didn't even get the tower. Wow. Rough. I mean, just look at Morph's farm is starting to get really threatening, and Huskar is about 500 gold per minute. That's pretty scary. Axe has his Force Staff done, so that's good.
So they actually were the first.
Huskar has his
they-
BKB. He popped in during that game. During that fight.
So giving Huskar farm looks like it actually pays off, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, he's got BKB, Armlet,
Armlet, yeah.
a Morbid Mask.
Yep.
He is really
He's very,
fun.
very scary, yeah. I think I think Empire are going to try to not only get this. There's nothing mTw can do to get this tier 2 tower, and I think Empire are going to try to push it to the tier 3.
He should really get Roche.
No,
I mean, he can easily solo it.
They might rush, yeah. Can he solo it at this stage, actually? I don't think he can solo it, but I think with help he can.
Easily.
Maybe I'm just bad at Huskar. I'm almost certainly just bad at
Well,
Huskar.
it's just you just right click him.
Sure, but no, I think sometimes Roche can just get you down through it. But they are gonna. Roche isn't up for like 10 seconds. I wonder if they know that. I wonder if the teams are still like obsessively timing Roche and stuff in the.
I'm sure they are. I mean,
that's true. I mean, yeah, it is a pretty decent prize pool. What do we guess? 4,500-ish. It's not bad at all.
well, 4,500-ish per team.
Not per team. You mean for the whole pool? Yeah. So sorry, it's 60% of 4,500.
Yeah, but per team. So you got to divide that by 5. Plus, I don't know. Does the manager get a cut? I don't know.
Oh well, yeah. For the entire team as a whole. Yeah, of course. But I mean, sure. But you still sort of calculate it as like the upside for our team is X.
Right.
All right. So mTw trying to give in some additional pressure, warding off that Roche. I'm not sure if Cinderin is going to live here. I think Cinderin is in deep shit. Oh no, he's not. He's going to port out.
Has anyone done, speaking of stats and esports, a comparison of the power law distribution of incomes in esports? Because on one end, you've got people like Flash and so forth.
No doubt about it. I don't think anybody's done an actual study, but definitely in the StarCraft world, the top players get an extreme amount of the pie. Like they get vastly more income. It is like corporations in America. Like Boxer, I guess not Boxer now, but Flash, compared to your average B teamer on SK Telecom, is like a CEO compared to his employees. Like it's just a vast differential because a lot of them, it's like sports. A lot of the money's in sponsorships, right? So if you're a B teamer on SK Telecom, like you're not going to get an individual sponsorship from Adidas or what have you. I don't even know if Flash gets sponsorship.
I don't think they get sponsorship from like. That's one thing that you could really do a serious study on. That the type of companies that sponsor advertising, it's like, I don't know. For MLG, it was Dr. Pepper.
Well, sure.
Deodorant?
I think in the West,
Hot
it's very much it's nerd nonsense, sort of effluvia for the nerd lifestyle. But I think in Korea it's a little more mainstream. Like I know Korean, like their main airline, like Korean Air or whatever, sponsors quite a bit of action. Looks like they are going to pick up that Aegis and they're going to put it on Morphling, which makes sense. He's probably a little less defensible than some of their other heroes. It looks like Huskar is making MKB with that Demon Edge. That or Rapier.
Or Crit.
Or Daedalus. That's an option.
No, but it's most likely
I think
MKB
he's going to do
against-
MKB to
against
go
PA.
against the evasion from PA, yeah. Does MKB also work when you're under smokescreen?
I
think it
believe
does.
so, yes.
Yeah, so it's against the smokescreen on the PA. I think it's definitely going to be MKB. And they feel confident they're going to actually push with that with the Aegis while they can.
Is
Of course,
MKB
it's
a
only 6
racist
minutes.
name? That's just food for thought.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
not. It's not food for thought.
Okay.
So they've
I'm
popped
just
their
asking
Chilling
questions.
Touch. So that sniper, look at that sniper and the damage he deals to that tower.
Yeah,
It's
that's
great. It's
one
great.
perk, yeah.
Chilling
Like-
Touch is the new meta, man.
Well, and the sniper's insane range for sniping towers.
Yeah, absolutely. They improved it too. His range is even better now than it was.
Yeah.
This tower's dead.
They might be able to get a deny off.
Nope. I don't know why they didn't try. They could easily have gotten that deny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think MTW are in a lot of trouble, and I think it's really just the strategic laning decisions that they made were a little ineffective. Wow! Treant ult, AA ult. Brilliant play. PA has popped her BKB, and she's going in, but it might be too late. She's getting ripped apart. And then knocked down like bowling pins by the Bullman. He did that exclusively to save the PA, by the way.
The
No other
Bullman.
reason. Oh, and PA dies anyway with the headshot from the sniper. That might be game, actually. That headshot was, snipe was really key there. Bullman saved PA with the knocking him all over with his Q, but then she still dies to the headshot. Does she have buyback? No, she does not. She's not even close. Nature's Prophet has buyback, Treant has buyback, and Sniper has buyback, and that's it. They're gonna just take this and get out, and now MTW are down some racks.
I don't know why they went out. Like, that makes no sense.
Oh, I don't know. Just playing fairly conservatively. I think it makes sense. No, I don't think it's a bad call, honestly. Scandal's still in trouble. He's not actually going to die, but So it looks like Warlock is just gonna is Spearbreaker is just gonna keep the plate mail, but not turn into a Cuirass just yet, and he is gonna go for BKB as well because he just picked up his Ogre Club. I think he's gonna finish that BKB before he resumes work on the Assault Cuirass. And yeah, I mean Cinderon's farm is keeping up, but nobody else's is. If you look at that gold per minute graph, that is not a good thing to see if you're MTW.
Yeah, and like Nature's Prophet like scales to a certain point with gold,
Yeah.
but
Well, he's still going to scale for quite a while. All he has right now is Sheepstick and Mechanism. So
no,
you could
but
definitely
that's what
afford
I'm
to
saying.
go
It's
more
like
items. Right.
okay, you've got a sheepstick, you've got a mechanism, but if though you'd
Right.
prefer that gold was on PA or something.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And that's the big problem. The differential between any player on MTW in terms of their farm and Morphling is over 100 gold per minute. So it's over 3,000 earned gold right now. So that's, not a happy time for them. Now PA's net worth is not quite as far behind, but still this Huskar is very, very dangerous right now. He finished his MKB. It's done. Wow, Warlock cut that. Oh, Bullman. Moment of silence for Bullman.
Yeah, that was quite the feed. Like went up to him.
If he was gonna turn off that charge, he should definitely have done it prior to being in melee range of Huskar.
Unless he like was he charged him then stopped.
And now
was like,
MTW are
okay,
on the
now
retreat.
take me.
And I think Cinderin is gonna get caught out. He gets shotgunned. He gets W'd. That headshot, will it take him down? Oh, he lives. Really good. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, that sniper range is just incredible. They didn't even end up needing the AA, although it probably also would have killed Cinderin. So
Yeah.
Sniper not able to kill him with the ultimate, just walks up and finishes him off with auto attacks.
Does he have a 4-staff or some? I think it was AA that 4-staffed him, right?
It was, yeah. It was AA. No, it wasn't AA. AA doesn't have a first step. I'm not sure how he moved ahead. I think he just walked, honestly. Phantom Assassin just can't survive. There's too much damage coming out. That Huskar is brutal. This Huskar has paid off in spades, and it's because they didn't give him any laning opposition, really.
Yeah, like
I think this is over. I think Empire have this. They've won the ATOD championship. Yep, there's the GG call. And so we got the 7-4 Huskar really carried the day here, and the fact that they had supports, like they had
honestly
people who
though,
did not need
I
farm.
mean, I think people have to admit that as far as making bad picks, like the Russians are just way ahead of everyone else. It's not really a fair competition.
Well, Navi got eliminated in the first round.
They're
so
kind of
it
Russian.
is.
Like, but they're only partially Russian.
They are only partially Russian. That's true.
And the guy who does the picks for them is Puppy actually Russian?
I think he's Russian by birth, or at the very least, his parents are Russian. But he lives in Estonia.
Oh. Okay.
Were you attempting to cook some sort of racist statement about Estonians and just failed and left it right there?
No.
641 gold per minute on that Huskar, just incredible. He really took control of that game and looked like pub games in terms of the dominance of the Huskar. Level 18. Really, I keep going back to the laning. I think the laning was a huge mistake for MTW. I don't think that they should have abandoned their idea of give PA the safest lane possible and farm the hell out of it. I don't know who they could have put up against that Huskar solo bot, but it shouldn't have been PA, I don't think.
Yeah, it's always the age-old. Again, like, which lane do you sacrifice?
Right.
And
Right.
in that case, they sacrificed the game.
Wrong one. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna cut off here. We've been going for I think probably over 2 hours, so that was very fun. Thanks for helping me out here, Mearis. Do you want to make any more plugs for either yourself or things that have absolutely nothing to do with you?
No, just please follow my Twitter at IDF spokesperson, and that's all. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Mearis. Have a good one. All right, we're gonna sign off here.